Oh. Punch, roll, punch. Welcome to the Flying Pickle Academy. I'm Susannah Barr, and today we're going to talk about making that decision between hitting a roll volley and hitting a punch volley. So the problem we're trying to solve is hitting balls in the net and making the wrong decision when we get a high ball. Oh, it's too low. We get super excited. We know we're going to get this ball high. Most of us want to just go for a punch, but a lot of times we're standing up, we're getting excited, we're punching down on the ball, and we go in the net. Or, what I see even more, we don't recognize that that ball is actually dropping too low for us to accurately punch it. So we got to make that determination, roll it instead. The punch volley is great, but it's probably less useful than the roll volley. We're probably going to use it less in pickleball because most pickleballs do tend to drop more than we realize. But the first thing we have to cover is what is a roll volley and how do we execute it. We're mostly going to be just working on our forehand today, but you can definitely work on your backhand as well with these same shots. Okay, so when we're talking about a roll volley, here's my good ready position. What I'm going to be doing is as I see that ball is coming to my forehand and I'm going to be able to take it out of the air, I'm going to turn, lay my wrist back, turn my paddle so that it's essentially parallel with the net. All right, so I don't want to open up my arm for this. I want to lay my paddle back. I'm going to keep my arm kind of straight. As that ball comes, I'll let it come to my paddle, and then I'm going to rotate like a windshield wiper, low to high through that ball. Okay, what you're going to notice is I don't break my wrist. I don't manipulate by flipping over the top of it. If my paddle ends down at the end of my shot, I probably didn't execute it well. My paddle should be ending up high when I execute this well. I'm going to start to add some power, keeping the ball low as I get better and more efficient at this shot. How we're going to practice this is Maria's actually just going to feed me balls. Pretty much she's going to feed me drops. Okay, maybe a little bit of a higher drop, but it's going to be a drop so that I can practice turning my paddle, waiting for that ball to come to me, and then rolling low to high. I don't have to hit it very hard to start. I'm just going to try to work on my technique and my timing. One more. All right, got her. Okay, so that's the roll volley. Doesn't need to be that hard right now. My goal is to take a ball that is dropping possibly below the net even and rolling it at my opponent's feet. The next shot is the punch volley, okay? And this is what we teach a lot of players when they're just starting off because a lot of them don't have that topspin roll technique yet. But as we're getting better, we want to have both options. When we punch it, that ball needs to clearly be above the net. And my paddle face also needs to be facing up or maybe a little bit off to the side to start. And I'm going to be punching through this ball. If that ball starts to drop and I try to punch it, it's going to go right into the net. If it drops too much and I try to punch it, I'm going to put it high. I'm no longer putting it at my opponent's feet. So I have to make that judgment between a ball that I need to roll and a ball that it's actually high enough for me to punch. One of the ways that I make sure I can punch a ball is if I get lower. So as that ball drops, if I want to punch it, I got to get low as well. If I don't want to get that low, I can let it drop and roll volley instead. So let's feed a few punches. These are going to be a little bit higher. Punch, 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 punch. Okay, that's your punch. Now, for the next drill, is making that determination between a roll volley or a punch. So what Maria's going to be doing she's just hitting me mid-court shots, I'm the one who has to make that decision. The better ready position I'm in, the better balanced I am, I'm gonna be able to see that height of the ball earlier to make my judgment. Roll, punch, punch, roll, 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 punch, roll. All right, and the last thing I want to talk about is footwork. When I'm making contact, either a roll volley or a punch, I'm pretty planted and I'm pretty grounded at that stage. As soon as I finish my shot, I do split step a little bit because that gives me the ability to now move laterally or backwards to a ball that doesn't come right back to me. If I don't split step a little bit and Maria hits a ball that's a little bit out of my reach, I'm gonna be a little slow getting to that ball. So if we have enough time, and we typically do, after we hit a tiny split step, it preps you to get ready for the next ball that comes back. So let's show that. You can make me move a little if you want. Roll, 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 punch, roll, punch, punch. Oh, I tried to change my angle. Roll, 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 punch. And really, guys, that's it. That's a great way for you to start to practice making that determination between roll volley, punch volley. That is gonna up your game significantly if we can make that decision in the middle of a match. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, like, share, add some comments, some things you might wanna see. And if you really wanna up your game, more information on our virtual coaching is in the description below.